I'm gonna put something in my house. I mean, it should say something.
It should, yeah. You should get a warrant one. Yeah.
And put it inside.
And yeah.
You really don't want Mom to ever come back, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Get a warrant. Anyway, I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
Oh, I guess we're going.
I guess we're going. So yeah, rather than sit here and talk about you like doom scrolling on fucking
I'm not
shopping.
I have a problem to solve, and I want to forget about it. That's okay.
You just like you gotta have some scrap carpet around here somewhere. Just throw some of that in there.
I don't.
I have lots of scrap carpet.
There you go.
Actually, it's all been in all the garage though, so it's been soaked by like.
I've got one that's
I've
got one that's soaked with cat piss. You can have that one.
How much do you want for it?
Oh, I'll bring you all that you want, man. So you don't have to worry about it.
Why do you still have it?
I
That's
don't
where
know.
the cats pee.
No, it's when I was watching my brother's cat, and his cat, who's been dead for a couple of years, and she used to like just fucking helicopter that shit all over like everything. So,
Well, lovely.
yeah, she was a special kitty.
In a lot of ways, though. Cat had a good heart.
She had a great heart.
Yeah,
So she grew up in a closet.
yeah.
So
What?
the people who got her, like they had dogs, and dogs would terrorize her as a kitten, so she just stayed in the closet for like 3 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll change your personality.
Yeah. So my brother adopted that cat, and they were best buddies, but she would absolutely mark her territory. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Huh.
That she would like hold grudges and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think my brother ever had a roommate that cat liked. So, but when he lived with us, the cat loved us. But she did fucking pee all over the closet.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, just the closet.
Just closet.
Ah,
Just
okay.
closet.
And his bed.
Yeah.
Wasn't that mattress all sorts of fucked up?
It was the box spring.
Yeah.
So she had got under. So she would hide under the bed too, and so she'd piss up into the rafters of that bed spring. He was a weird cat, man.
I mean, it happens. Like, again, I understand the personality quirks of animals, so...
Right.
What a messed up life and messed up start can do to.
It's taken me a pretty long while to get this one normal.
She still don't like dogs.
You don't like other dogs?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Well, maybe not in the house.
What about like cats? She chase cats?
Yeah.
Raccoons?
Yep.
Yeah,
All of
okay.
them.
How about like deer?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, keep going. Coyotes?
No, I got
problem.
you, man. Yeah, no. If I was going to go up the deer and then just assume it just went all the way up to the top, you
Grizzly bear.
you have to wait a Rudy Park and you find an elephant, man. She's gonna go after it.
I've never seen her back down from another animal.
Oh.
There was one in one of the shows I watched where this dog is like in the forest and it's barking at like it looks like a big dog kind of thing. It's like crouched down.
It's a bear.
And it goes and it comes up and then it looks like a dire wolf. Like it stands up and the wolf here's the dog. The wolf is like this and it barks. The dog's like, all right, I'm out. like oh my god, it was so huge.
It's like a regular wolf, but dire.
It's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So
Whether it's real or not, I don't know.
Well, no, this one is particularly fearless when it comes to other animals. I mean, I don't. She used to get along with them. She doesn't now, but I think that's my fault. I think she's like super protective of me and you and.
Well, and she just doesn't. What about when you go to the vet? Doesn't she cross dogs?
And
it's bad.
I don't like it.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
just barking, or is it like snarling?
So I got a pretty good bleeder on my calf.
Oh, she went full
bitch you?
full teeth. Just
I just got in the way of it, and she gave me a chomp. Now I didn't notice it at the time, like because I was busy
like don't eat that dog.
well, I was like tard wrangling this one. Well, and the other thing is, so there's a way around it, right? So if she's having any guff about this, because there's like you don't want to parade her in front of other animals. You just hug her from behind and pick her up and walk her where you need to go. And she has that stupid look on her face.
She's gonna try and bite you.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
She's just I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's like the mama carrying it or whatever, but she just has that dumb look like I'm being transported somewhere. I shall like all aggressive tendencies are set to off, and he's gonna throw me someplace, and that's it. But on the same token, she was just like hanging out and socializing with everybody in the waiting room the other day. So, and she didn't used to do that. She didn't like. She was very, very, very selective of humans, and particularly discriminatory against minorities. So,
Sorry.
Those are presets. I did not.
Yeah,
I did not. No. I didn't make that clear right now.
Into presets.
Yeah.
Well, then I gotta since I don't know why this made me. Well, I guess I could. Have you seen the Musk Hitler?
Yes, William.
Swoops?
Yes.
Oh, it's all over Twitter. It's unavoidable.
Did he really?
No, he said.
Like I saw the YouTube.
My heart goes out to you.
It looks like you.
He does it like 3 times too.
He
You
does.
only see one.
Well, he
Well,
does.
there's one where his face is like he's
Yeah,
really.
he's got a little. Yeah. There's a picture of Hitler doing that. That's actually remarkably similar. So it's coincidental.
Okay.
There's every politician has a shot of them doing that.
They got tons of. They got Hillary Clinton doing it. They got Barack Obama doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's tons of them out there,
Oh.
dude. Twitter is it is an absolute fucking train wreck. this
Twitter
last week.
is not the problem on this one.
I don't know about
Reddit
that.
is the problem.
Oh,
on this
okay.
one.
Well-
Reddit has actually, because of this.
I'm not on Reddit.
Okay, no, nobody of value is but they have. Huh?
Thanks. I feel better now.
No. Because of this, right? Because of this incident, Reddit has actually banned linking to X
Oh, really? Just because of that?
because this is proof positive that he is a
Oh.
Nazi. And if you post the pictures of all other
So wait a minute. You can't. So Reddit says you're not allowed to link to X because Elon Musk is a Nazi.
correct.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I was losing the causal chain there for a sec. Now I got you.
It's easy to do. Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
got you.
and if you post the myriad images of everybody else doing the same thing,
Banned.
banned.
That's fine, man. Kick all the girls out. It's cool.
Well, this is the thing. Yes,
Yeah.
it's, I said tard wrangling before. That is what
Yeah.
that's Reddit. That takes care of that. There's a certain amount of extremist assholes that belong on Blue Sky, and that's where they're going to be.
I don't
And-
even know. I've never seen anything off Blue Sky ever.
And you won't.
No, I don't.
You won't.
But I do have a problem with Twitter this week, man. That like I don't know if this has been your feed. My feed has been fucking clogged with Chinese propaganda since the TikTok thing.
Oh.
It is awful. So all this shit from Redbook.
I have not.
Oh my god, dude.
I have not seen anything in support of. Okay, so actually,
It
that's not
must
true.
be-
That's not
yeah.
true. That's not true. I've seen. So I've seen one thread out of this, and it was about how Redbook is based, and it's only because
Based as in like based or I guess
So with the threat of imminent TikTok,
right.
what would we say? It banning.
Ban.
There were a number of people who were talking about. All right, so we're going to take our business to Redbook, right?
Right.
And the thing about Redbook is,
Was Redbook like a TikTok?
It's Chinese TikTok. It's actually named after Mao's little red book.
yes, which is
It is that on the nose.
it's ridiculous. Now, here's the thing: is a lot of the shit that you do on TikTok and a lot of the communities that gather on TikTok are not welcome communities in China.
Oh yeah.
So what happened was a lot of people that you maybe you've seen this one, maybe you haven't. I know that you know the episode of this where it comes from. There's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart goes to work in a burlesque house.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a small little clip of Grandpa Simpson walking in. He sees Bart. Then he
right
turns,
back
you know, grabs his hat, walks right back out.
Yeah.
So basically, people
Does
were
your father know you work here?
yeah. So basically, people were walking into Red Book and walking right out because their accounts would get banned immediately, right? Because what they're doing was, well, I'm a pro LGBT TikToker. You will not be one of these
can't
on
do that
Red
in
Book.
China. Yeah.
You're not going to bring race shit into here. They don't have that. There's a ton of things that they
Well,
just.
I mean, they'll let 2 races in there.
That is correct.
Right. Yeah.
That one and that other one.
That one that has money. Yeah.
Right, but not that other one.
Or any of the others.
They are particularly wary. They don't say it, but they're very nervous about basketball Americans. And so they're very careful around. Yes. And
Yeah.
so a lot of people were
And
getting.
Red Dot Indian Americans.
That's correct. So a lot of people said, well,
And probably Feather Indian Americans too.
remember we said they like that one and the other one?
That's
You're
not,
not-
one of them.
no.
Yeah, that's not one. Yeah. You're right.
So when people walked onto
Let
there.
alone they detect that you have even a hint of Japanese in you. Right.
Yes. So a lot of people walked into there and were ushered right the fuck out because of where they came from. So there were some people that were saying like, okay, based, right? But
Based?
yes, as in, like, come on, all right.
Well, I know what you mean by base, but they're saying that Red Book is based because it kicks out gay people. That has nothing to do with that. That's just China, man.
Base. Okay, I don't know what.
Base just means, hey, man, you feel confident in how you feel. So, yeah.
Well, sort of.
So I know,
Sort
but
of.
there's
I
a lot of
mean-
different, like, I mean, it's ancillary. That's kind of how it is. So,
I mean, it shouldn't be something that takes long to explain, but it sort of does. It's something that
so many people use in different contexts. So,
I can tell you where it was co-opted from, and much like the frog people, it is not associated with the people that originally.
no, it's not. Yeah.
You thought this was something nice that you could have for your community? Nah, this has been co-opted by the worst people.
That's not the stuff I was seeing on Twitter, though. I was seeing all this stuff from Red Book that was just straight up, like, Chinese propaganda.
I
It was
did
like
not. do
America's
that.
got this problem, this problem, this problem. In China, there's no gun violence. Everybody has an electric car. You can buy a house for $200 a month. You didn't see any of that shit.
Not a
Fucking
lick.
A. It was
No.
everywhere. bro.
Not
I mean,
a lick.
oh my god. It was.
Maybe there's sense that you're ready to leave.
I know. I was like, yeah, all right, well, go on. Yeah, look at this guy. You're about as black as they come, man. They're not even gonna let you out of the airport, dude. So because that's just the way they are. So
Even in Hong Kong?
Hong Kong's different.
Okay.
So Hong Kong's completely different. So
As is Taiwan.
they don't even speak the same language. So they speak Cantonese in there. So it's completely different.
I didn't know if it had started to change.
It has.
Got it.
Yeah, slowly. So yeah.
There is there is an infection spreading, and it's a lot of that has come
Yeah.
from
And
not
it's not spreading out.
No.
right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's well, actually, let me put it this way. All right, so a lot of the infection is spreading because dissidents will not be tolerated. And
No.
so the freedom of ideas that Hong Kong once used to have, to spread within, has been met with disagreements. Yes.
Yeah, it sticks. Yeah.
Yeah, sticks.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Tear gas. Yeah. No, I had two
A lot of
students who
places
flew to
shuttered.
Hong Kong, so they took their British citizenship. When they
Yeah.
offered it. Yeah. They were
I
like,
would
nope,
too.
it's not the place where I grew up. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see that, man. I thought for sure your shit was clogged up with that too.
Not at all. My
That's weird.
my feed this week has been it's been a mix of two elements exactly. It is either the halcyon days of this country or the end of the fucking world.
The halcyon days.
Yes, this is
Start
Rebirth of
something,
America. Yeah.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
yes, it is either we're finally getting rid of them, things are going to be great,
I saw a little bit of that.
annex everything, or it's I'm just waiting to be taken to a camp.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So they're gonna kill my gay children. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the funnier ones was who is it? Talib. She was fucking.
Do you follow her?
God no.
Oh, okay.
But I do follow AOC, and so it's adjacent
Oh, okay.
to. Yeah. Oh well, look.
You gotta keep
want to
tabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
You have to have. Look,
You get good fodder out of it.
my feed's not balanced, but there are counter voices in there that I'm willing to listen to, and if I'm gonna get the mouthpiece of it, I'm gonna go straight to the source. But she's adjacent to that, so she's posting this shit, and she's over there like fucking caterwauling about getting rid of people that remind it's like these people remind me of my mother. It's like, well, then you and your fat mother need to get on that fucking deportation catapult and get out of here.
I am pretty impressed that he's canceling or laying off everybody in the DEI office.
It's fucking amazing.
Oh, is that happening?
Yes.
It's like
Is that today?
Yeah.
I'm not caught up today.
He was just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, you gave him 1 day notice? Holy shit, dude. Wow.
See, and that's the thing. That's the kind of thing that people would say that's based.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I heard that on the news, but I don't just like.
The same thing. Where the other one,
Is that for federal agencies or?
Yeah.
the same thing where it was.
I wonder if they're going to start doing that in the States. That'd be interesting.
That's a great question.
I don't know.
I don't even know if that's something they have the power to do, but we'll
The
see.
States?
Yeah.
Well, state
individuals.
agencies are different. Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I mean, does that mean the guys down at the district get laid off? I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, this will play out how it plays out.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I saw that he was going to do that like a couple days ago. I was like, that one would be cool.
Same thing goes. This was something I completely agreed on. Was the one flag policy. If you're a federal building, you fly one flag. That's ours.
Oh, I didn't see that one. See, he's doing so many things that I can't keep up with.
He signed a billion.
I tried to find a
don't
list
even-
of them. I can't even find a full list of it.
And that's the thing is this is where the show. He sat there and joked with people the whole time.
He did.
Just signing stuff.
And
I saw that he like had the letter from Biden in his desk. Like, hey,
Did he read it?
he hadn't even looked in the. He's like, oh, I probably wouldn't have
Yeah, I
even looked in
wouldn't even
here.
looked in here,
And he
yeah.
opened it up. He's like, oh, I should open this and read it to you guys. And he's like, all right, maybe I should read this one first. Let you guys know. You motherfucker.
I don't know why he did it, but he just wrote the N-word 40 times.
I did see that. I was curious if you'd actually read it though, because that was just yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
he's actually said what was in it.
Well, because then there's the flip side of it, because that's supposed to be something that you do. And the fact that he was surprised, I'm like, you didn't do
he
this
did
last
not
time,
do
did
it
you?
last time.
No.
I don't think he. I don't.
That's a
think he
good
did.
question. I don't know if he did.
I can't remember if he did or not. I don't think he did.
Given the
he
way
did.
that things,
And did.
probably not. He might have left a post-it note that said, don't touch my stuff.
I'll be back in 4 years.
Dear Joe, I locked you out. Don't bother putting in a ticket. They'll never get it. You know.
The Diet Cokes are mine. You can't have any.
I did see that he put the Diet Coke button back in. So yeah,
What's the Diet Coke?
he's got a red button on his deck, and if he pushes it, someone brings him a Diet Coke.
Oh,
Yeah. So it doesn't fire the missiles. It just brings you a Coke.
And that's the kind of thing that he thinks is funny. And I, in turn, think is funny because of how stupid it is.
Yeah.
But
Ask somebody. You got a
you have to put a fucking button here for this.
is it like the Staples button?
It's kind of like
is it
that,
big
yeah.
enough?
No, it's not like a.
It's not
fucking pancake.
cartoonish.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
not.
There's not like red claxons that go on. Well, I don't know. They might in the butler's pantry. I have no idea.
So yeah, that was the those were my two feeds. I mean, the other one is constantly the other feed is basically journalism and hating journalism at the same time. Basically, it's here's how USA Today reports this, and this is the folly.
I can't even follow those anymore, man. I was watching a few of those like different outlets and stuff. I just had to get off that, man, because it's like that's not what he said. It's not what happened. That's not what that guy said, you know. So I had to stop that, man.
Well, and this is the same thing that you know, Musk said this like 6 weeks ago, and he was right. It's still right now. When he was going through his list of mean tweets at him and stuff, and
Oh, does he do that every now and then?
yeah, he never stops on there. And yeah,
I
so
guess I don't follow him, so I don't really know. So
yeah, he's got this one where he's like, well, I'm a Nazi and a Zionist, so you know, he's just going with his accusations. So it's like, you got me.
I did see that he got called out on his Diablo 4 account, though. Is that true?
Yes.
So he was boosting.
The boosting thing, it hasn't been proven. As a matter of fact, his ex-girlfriend came to his defense.
Which one?
Grimes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said, so the one that's the father to 2 of his children, or 3 of his children, I don't remember.
Her children.
Yeah. She did come to his defense and say, like, nope, he was always playing that dumb game, and he was, you know, really good at it. And so, oddly, yeah, he had one response. He said, thanks. Which...
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll
Right.
see you Friday.
But it's the real grief is whether or not his Path of Exile 2 account is boosted. It 100% has to be.
See, I don't know about the path. That like Diablo 4 is not that hard.
That's what you said.
It's really easy game. So I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did that one, because I mean I spent like 12 hours on it. Basically became a walking god. So
now I don't know about the highest level of it. I don't
I know what he's doing there. That's
yeah.
you can get online and you can do this co-op kind of thing where you do like basically real fast dungeon runs. So, and it's how much loot can you basically pick up. So, okay,
Right.
fine. Yeah, he might be good at that. It's just because his brain is twitchy. So, sure.
Right.
So, but yeah, I the Path of Exile one, we were talking about that last time with Asmongold, and I saw they posted up a video about that, and they were like, this is him actually playing it. He sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, on top of that, that's a game that he plays. That's
Right, yeah.
Like, that's a game that he was like pimping for free.
Right.
Like months before it came, I was like, I can't wait for this to come out. I think I'm gonna love this. Came out, I love this. I can't stop playing this. It's actually something that got him to shut the fuck up about Elden Ring for exactly 4 minutes. And how it's
Still kind of want to play that.
like there's like sliced bread is here,
Right.
and then it's 50 million miles of compressed hyperspace, and then Elden Ring above that,
okay.
in terms of how much. Like, again, I know where I stand on it. I bought it. I returned it. I'm not. I started playing this. I'm like, this isn't for me. This is
Not for me, yeah.
well, it's punitive gameplay. I didn't do anything wrong.
Why are you punishing me? Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this. It takes way too long to load into after dying and all this other stuff. And it's not. A lot of that comes from people that play these games and they watch other people play them, and so you're basically like recreating the dances that other people do.
Yeah.
And that's not.
No, I know that's not your thing. Yeah.
I flip the fuck out. Like, I get mad when I have to turn to the internet for something. There are times where I just can't find it. Where is this?
Where is this
Why-
motherfucking thing? Yeah.
Why? The map says I'm right here. Why am I here? And that happened to me like in The Witcher 3, where I'm standing right on top of something. I've been looking there for 45 fucking minutes.
Yeah, you realize there's a cavern like 1,000 feet below
That's
you.
correct. Yes, and it has no way to tell you that the elevation is below you,
Yeah.
right? And that's the kind of stuff that when I turn to, they're like, yes, okay, I'm upset.
It's down here. Yeah.
your game design was not enough to get me to find this piece of shit. I'm upset with this. This is poor game design. I shouldn't have to look this up. But yeah, like I had a student that was in middle school, and he's like, "Oh, the ring's not that hard." I'm like, "What do you mean it's not that hard? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, I just watched
pussies or
yeah, he kind of gave me a little bit of that. I'm like, "Well, how did you figure this out?" He's like, "Well, you just watch the people."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's what everyone does now.
A lot of people do.
I don't do that though.
That's
lot of people do.
dinosaurs, no. But
Dinosaurs?
yeah, I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
I'm 100% a dinosaur.
Oh, you mean gaming dinosaur?
Yeah,
My
we're,
age.
yeah.
we're fossil fuel at this point. We're fucking.
I work with people that are in their 20s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So I'm a dinosaur.
I don't. It's weird, man. Like, very few of my students actually play games anymore. So. Yeah.
Son and every kid he knew.
They play games. Yeah.
So maybe the next wave is coming.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because every one of them all play games.
I'll find like one or two who are diehards and we can talk like the last 5, 6, 7 major titles, and then most people are like, "Oh my god, you guys are dorks." So it's like, yeah, we kind of are. So.
Now, are you sure that these people aren't like playing bullshit on their phones and stuff, or?
Oh, I'm sure they're doing that, but they don't play console games. So.
Well, no, but to them, this is the weird thing. They call that gatekeeping, but I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily consider playing games on your phone the same thing, but
I don't know. Yeah, there's someone who.
There's lots of different kinds.
There are lots of different kinds. They just. I've only found like a couple games on my phone that I kind of got into for a little bit, but it was never. For me. Those are two different activities. One of them is something I do like when I'm at the dentist's office. The other one's just like, yeah, I got 4 hours. We go get some pizza and a Coke, and
Because one's like popping jewels and whatever those kind of.
That's
things.
right, yeah.
Versus
Basically-
the ones where you're building empires and
they do make
doing
those,
all
yeah.
those kind of things.
so the general category that people will say is it's essentially it's a match 3 game.
Yeah.
So basically, you have
Oh,
Purple horseshoe.
Gotcha.
move
diamonds.
this and they will pop, and move this and they will pop. That essentially like what Candy Crush, because that's all that's ever been. It's been.
Yep.
So there's a category that you basically call like match 3, and there's a lot of things that aren't exactly that,
But it's fundamentally.
but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And then you have like that Marvel game that you used to play.
And I still do.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is just time wasting.
Yeah. I've got a couple. I got like a word search one that's kind of like that. So.
I don't know if that's time wasting that.
It's time wasting.
Yeah.
Word searching. Fucking trivia is time wasting too. I used to play that. What was that dumb game we used to play on there?
Trivia?
Yeah.
You're right. We used to play a trivia game. What the fuck was it?
Was it Trivia Crack? Was that what it was called?
Trivia Crack. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to play Trivia Crack. Yeah.
But at least that has your brain activated somewhat.
It
My
didn't-
Marvel
no, it's-
Strike Force does not require any brain power.
You just tap.
What Trivia Crack is? Do I know the answer or not?
Well, you're thinking.
Well,
I suppose.
You're
You're
not
playing
on,
against
you're not on
someone, right?
autopilot.
Yeah, you're not
Oh,
playing
fair
against a
enough.
computer. I mean,
Right.
even if you're playing just like randos out there.
Mine is I'm on autopilot. I'm
Okay.
just gathering the daily quest things just to. I really need to quit because it's pointless. But I've
Well-
spent this many years.
Does it cost you money?
No,
Well,
Yeah, it's fine, man. Yeah,
just my time.
it's harmless.
is it time that?
I could be doing something.
Well, would you?
Maybe.
Well, then do that instead.
But if I don't check
But there
in
are-
every day, then I'm going to lose the
Well, then you lose.
rewards. And then that's the time I quit.
Oh,
Once I'm willing to miss one day, then I'm cashing in the chips.
It's yeah. That's like Duolingo, and it's fucking hostility if you were about to let a streak go.
I almost lost mine.
I've lost mine many times.
I've
It doesn't even bother me anymore.
I think I've used 1 or 2 freezes in my 6. God, am I at 600 days?
You're past. I'm at 600, so you're past
Oh my
600.
God, that's like 2 years. So that is
And I'm
crazy.
not fluent.
No?
No.
Oh.
Because yeah, it doesn't go back to the old words and stuff enough. And I guess if you only do a couple,
That's why I use the other one
yeah.
too.
If you only
What's the
do
other
a
one you
couple,
use?
I used another one called Umi. There's
Yeah, I've
other
heard
ones
that,
that you can use. But that one, like, you get reviewed like 50 words a day.
That's a lot.
I said it that way.
Oh,
You can
okay.
you can do like 5. You can do 10.
Okay.
So it's I actually, between those two, I spent about an hour working
yeah,
on
I
this shit a day.
don't
I don't
spend
spend that
close
much,
to an
yeah.
hour.
Like I actually get the breakdown of the language now.
Yeah, you were diagramming it for me.
Yes,
I don't try and diagram.
it's awful. It is this like I there's no two ways around it. This is like you can see. I don't know the best way to see it. Like when you look at a neighborhood, and you know in 5 years it's gonna be just like pawn shops and
Dude, there's a stretch of Academy that's turning into that.
yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Where you look at it.
South or
No, so
North?
you know how the pawn shops used to start south of
Like
Austin
Maze
Bluffs? They are marching north now, buddy.
oh
Yeah.
Like once like you have to be really careful. You have to fight off the check cashing places real hard because as soon as you get one, you got a dozen.
They're like sink flies.
And then and then you don't get that part of town back unless there's like a fire or an earthquake.
like all
And-
the way up to Union.
So at least to Flint Ridge now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and I gotta tell you that like that whole area where so you know where the Village Inn used to be, they knocked it down to build a really nice gas station right next to Taco Bell right there. So on Austin Bluffs and Academy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, that place is lousy with like street urchins now. So it is like I go to the Taco Bell up there now because that one there's like guys just like
try and clean your windshield.
no,
They're hanging out.
Dude, they're hanging out, man. I
Oh.
mean, yeah, like it's just like there's a little spot behind the King Supers there where they all hide out, and you know they just come out and you know like stumble around.
Were they out in the 0-degree day?
Yes, and
Really?
with like dozens of garbage bags and stuff, and I was like, "Huh? What?"
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
It-
Like and that's the thing is that area was never beautiful. But
No, but it was just all commercial businesses.
Yep.
I mean, there's like 4 banks right there.
Yep.
So you know.
well, because there was a time where it was a-okay, because you got to remember that's the same area that used to be next to the Mall of the Bluffs. So
You're right. Yeah.
there was a time where that they thought that this was going to be the next hot spot.
No, then it moved out here. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
They didn't. It didn't have the lasting appeal of, say, like a place with, you know, a TJ Maxx in it or something like that. That was
Well, it has.
that was the Rustic Hills Mall.
Yeah. That place has been gone for 20 years.
I think
You
it's
know,
just the TJ Maxx.
I don't even know. I know there was a sporting goods store there for a while. that
There
closed,
was.
turned into
Rustic
Yeah.
Hills. Is that the one?
Constitution.
That's where Bubba's used to be.
That's where
Bubba's
Bubba's
card
used to be,
shop.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is where like
gotcha.
TJ Maxx and look,
It was the one with the fountains in the middle of it.
no, that was
That was Rustic Hills.
well, they had something like that over in
Austin Bluffs?
yeah.
They did, yeah, but Rustic Hills is the one that had all these like water features going up and down it. So
They
you
did,
could cross in these little bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
It
And
always smelled like an aquarium in there.
it did. It did.
That's where I did one of my driving classes. Did you ever do that?
No, I
With
did
the big wheels?
I did them over here.
Big wheel.
Yeah.
Driving classes? You mean like for driver's ed?
Yeah.
Oh no, I did mine up here.
Yeah. I went to that.
Yeah,
thing
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Next to Conway's.
I did that one too, but then there was the one maybe I was younger when I did it where I don't think it was necessarily big wheels, but it was like it taught you all the road signs. and you like walked around in this like little miniature town. No,
Never
that was
even heard of
okay.
it.
That was in the awesome.
Sounds cool.
It was cool. It was in Rustic Hills. So after the aquariums had been pulled out.
Rustic Hill, the thing that Mall of the Bluffs had for a while was they would have shows there.
They did.
Yeah.
They would and
They
like
had card shows.
card shows.
Yeah.
That's what I remember doing, and that's where I remember their like fountains because they would do that around there. But you're right, it wasn't the same. They tried to make that the selling point of Rustic Hills.
It wasn't shaped the same. So because Austin Bluffs was a like triangle.
It was weird. It's
Well, it was like a star.
sort of like a
starfish.
plus
Yeah.
in a yeah.
Yeah, it was different.
Kind of like the Phoenix Airport, like an asterisk almost. It was,
Yeah,
it was
kind of.
weird.
Yeah.
And it was always it had the like the King Supers out there, and I mean it's weird to build a mall around a grocery store.
Well, it anchored one end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is true.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Really
It was the
noticed
only one that I
it.
ever remember being that way.
Not J.C. Penney, not
No,
fucking.
Dealer.
But it had all these like like it had different types of because it had like this tobacconist shop in it,
Yep,
and it had like a craft shop in it.
had an arcade in it.
It had an arcade in it.
Mons was
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Tickle's Fun Factory was there.
Yeah. Tickle's Fun
Oh my
Factory
God.
is it? Yeah, and then they had that big airplane, that plastic like biplane that was like in a ball pit in the middle of the whole thing. So it was really kind of like drop your kids off here and go get your groceries kind of
Yep.
thing. Yeah. So
Which I mean,
it had a Burger King on the other end, didn't it? Didn't it have a Burger King and a Taco Bell
That
and a
place-
Pizza Hut.
that place used to have a Pizza Hut. Wasn't the Jack in the Box originally over there too?
Originally, but we're talking like when Jack in the Box first went, Tango uniform in 1988.
Yeah, so there's the rumor that people died from it. I don't know if there.
I don't know if that's true.
So I know that the Wendy's finger chili is true,
That is
but that
true.
was a plant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was
so
plants.
it's true,
Well, they
but not
had
true.
like rats and Budweiser. Those
Yes,
too, yeah.
yes. So I don't know if the Jack in the Box, I don't know what you want to call it, fucking genocide of '88 was.
Hold still, baby. Got you.
I don't know if that was actually true. I don't know if that Austin Bluffs Dunkin' Donuts went down because some dude was actually jizzing in the batter, like people said.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either,
That
but
place
I
was
don't
gross,
know.
dude.
I still got donuts from there.
I had to stop, man. There was one time I was going to the airport and we went over there to get donuts. And I got my favorite, the chocolate glazed honey dipped ones. So I pulled one out. It had fucking moths like in the glaze on the
Jesus
bottom.
Christ!
I was like, I'm never fucking going back here. Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
So
I've never had anything that's been. I don't think ever in my life have I gotten anything that's been.
well, Taco John's used to put dog food in their fucking meat.
Well, yeah.
I
Taco
don't
Bell has
know.
other livestock in there. So there's like a little bits of Mr. Ed in here.
Well, I mean, just walk out back to the bin. I mean, you'll see like there's a lot of boxes of scorpions here.
Yeah, exactly. Smaller and more legs.
I don't know what to tell you. So no, that I can't. Dispensing the rumors from the actual truth. I mean, and keep in mind, this is in the same, as we've discussed before. This was in the same time when the surefire way to catch AIDS was to put your mouth on the waterfront.
Right, yeah,
So,
exactly. At school, of all
Right.
places.
D&D meant you actually worship the
D&D
devil.
music.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Those were fun times, though. I mean, in terms of
Letting a rumor just consume the nation.
when things actually felt dangerous, like when the
Because our Halloween candy would have knives sticking out of it.
razor blades
Yeah.
and fucking people wasting goddamn X-ray film on this shit. Yeah, absolutely. No, this is
Oh yeah, I remember that.
there's places that'll
Not
still do
supposed
it.
to actually use. Yeah, you're not supposed to take candied apples and stuff like that. No unwrapped candy. I remember that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because I mean, there was something fun about like the danger of those times before stuff could be dispelled
Danger.
immediately.
I don't
Scared
remember
at
any
all of
danger, man.
Yeah.
I
never
remember
felt any
paranoia. I don't remember danger. We got
That-
plenty
well,
of
yes.
paranoia, man. We got that in buckets, Jeff.
Oh, dude, people were terrified of like video games there for a while.
Oh, yeah, that was a little bit later though. That was
Well,
was Tipper
screen
Gore in the
time.
'90s. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that. Doom was gonna
Mm-hmm.
rot your brain.
So
Well, my
that was
mom bought
fun.
into that for a while. She was like, "Well, as long as you're not shooting people, you know." I was like, "Okay, they're zombified. They're monsters."
They're no longer people.
Brother, what's funny is that's actually still true in Germany.
What?
You cannot shoot people in German video games.
Really?
Nope.
And ones that are made in Germany or ones that are sold in Germany?
Both.
Really?
Yes.
So
So
if you smuggle in Black Ops,
you're in trouble. So here's
You
the
can't
thing.
play Black Ops in Germany?
No, the games.
Really?
Yeah. So what they'll do is they have basically Germany has essentially a green blood mode.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everything that you kill in Germany is either a robot or a zombie.
Or it doesn't have a blood pattern.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. No, I have heard that.
That is still true to this day.
Well, it's, yeah, there's other countries where you can't show any kind of like, what is it, like dismembered body. You can't, or no, it's skeletons. Like in China, you can't show any like bone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they freak out about skeletons more than anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's what it was.
oh,
Yeah.
Well, it's like a spiritual thing where
like leaving a fan on in your window.
is it
No, you're
retarded
gonna
like that?
die.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
it's it has to do with the occult. There is they stamp down on the that's why they couldn't release Ghostbusters.
Oh, because it has skeletons in it?
Oh, well, yeah, because it was basically anything that acknowledges the occult is banned.
That's true.
Man, what a weird world of. I mean, I'm sure that just seems like normal life over there, but it's just crazy.
Well, I mean, there are weird standards. It's so I remember like when I had friends that went in the military, and I knew people that were in Germany, and they'd spend time in France, and some people went to Britain and stuff like that. So the weird thing was like these were guys that would watch like wrestling, right? And if you think about wrestling, like go to the times with like the fake blood packs and stuff like this,
okay.
right? Or when some dude would get clobbered with a chair, right? So in Britain, they have specific rules against like not showing the moment of impact, right? Where a dude's about to get clocked by a chair, you cut away from it.
Oh, okay.
Right? Same thing goes with after getting hit with the chair, you cut back, the person's got blood on their face, can't show that either, right? But on the same token, you're like, y'all have darn near hardcore porn on
Yeah.
regular TV.
Yeah, and here that's like, oh my god.
You know, so I mean, it's totally. Do I understand it? Yes, of course I understand, and it's a different standard, and so yeah, that's a local thing. And if you want to call us prudes for that, I'm like, sure, that's fine.
I'm fine.
If you want to be called prudes for fake blood, well, actually, and sometimes it was real too. Don't get me wrong, but like wrestlers do actually get cut the fuck up, and
Or really hurt, yeah.
they're psychopaths, right? So, I mean, they're over there beating each other with like light bulbs and shit, and you know me, it's just kind of like broken. It's like, oh, like speed this up, you know? It's just like,
I don't have my shoes on. God. Hand me the dustbuster.
God, hard on this.
don't put it in a plastic bag, put it in a paper bag.
You gotta put it in a paper bag.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they will put fucking actual barbed wire on a bat and fucking hit each other with it. So,
In professional wrestling? Nowadays?
yeah,
I have no earthly idea.
different-
I haven't watched
I don't
anything.
watch it either.
there are
So
different
long.
leagues that go into
Yeah.
different things, and then you hit that basically that third tier of wrestling where it's a freak show. It is that's where, like, if you actually seen The Wrestler, that's accurate.
Oh yeah, I've heard of stuff like that.
That is completely accurate.
I have not seen that one.
It's
Really, you watched that one? I don't know. Why should I be surprised? Of course, it doesn't come close to
It's
making
got
out
Mickey
my
Rourke
list.
in
So.
it, so yeah.
well, I mean, it's good. It's I don't know if I'd say it's great. It's
'Cause it's only a couple of years old.
Yeah.
how about I would say like
5.
6
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
years old.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's not. I wouldn't say it's not required watching. Let me put it that way. There are certain movies that I say, I don't know, the Jeffries AFI Institute 100 movies to watch before you die. The Wrestler would not make it. I mean, it's somewhere in like the 105s. But that's hardly a
Jeffrey's 110 movies. Yeah.
Your 100 list would probably have like what 20 that I'd need to watch.
less.
5.
Less.
No, there's got to be some in there
There's
that,
got to be some in there. Yeah.
that we mutually agree on. Like would like Terminator or like the first one or some of these.
I wouldn't put the first Terminator on that list.
I would.
As required watching of 100 movies, like, to watch before you die. The second one, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right,
Because it does the same beats of the first movie, just
better.
cooler.
much more watchable.
Okay, all right. So there's got to be some of the main kind of like Unusual Suspects. No.
No, The Usual Suspect.
Usual special.
Oh, The Usual Suspects.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Well, you know the twist.
I know the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
It's on the bottom of your coffee cup, Jeff.
Right.
So,
do you need to see it again? I don't know. That's
probably. I don't know. I mean, like, sometimes I like going back and watching stuff that I haven't seen in a long time.
I kind of thought I would do that with my kids.
My daughter does not watch movies. So
Wait, yeah, I gave like the ones I gave you, like you
Yeah, you
like the Godfather. Didn't that bore you to
That
death?
bored me to death.
I haven't seen that in a long
That's
time.
like number 2 or 1 on
Yeah.
that list.
Oh, yeah, that was.
No.
Even though it insists upon itself. It's
Insists upon itself.
you don't remember that's one of that is one of Family Guy's best sticks is when they're about to drown and Peter's admitting to the family that he did not care for the Godfather
Oh,
and the whole family just gives him no end of shit.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember that joke.
It's actually one of their best, but
It's,
God, I
it's
haven't
kind
watched
of funny, so yeah, I could buy that.
I haven't watched The Family Guy. In,
I haven't watched
I
one in
don't
ages.
know.
Yeah. So.
my understanding is it is not the show that you remember.
Is this
it
still
as.
running?
Yeah,
Oh fuck. Yeah. Okay.
what network?
Fox.
Fox.
Really?
Oh man, I watched
What?
the episode of The Simpsons not too long ago. It's unwatchable. So
It's not the same
it's
show.
not the same show. Yeah. So
I mean, I get that
It's been what 30 years though. So
it's ancient. Yeah, I know.
89.
So,
so 09, 19.
34 years.
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
So
I wouldn't expect it to be the same.
well, the show. It's not just the show is old enough to vote. It's old enough to have a child that's old enough to
It should
vote.
have, yeah. It might even,
Yeah.
depending on like how frisky it got, it might have a grandchild.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I get it. I understand that any show that's on that long is going to evolve, but I don't know. It doesn't even feel like the DNA is really there.
I bet on your top 100, there's probably 15 to 20.
That you'd watch, yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
say probably.
Before you die movies. And this is not me like fucking around. Like
Right, it's your actual legit list. Yeah.
I mean like Red Dawn's on there, but I still
So that's the one that you can throw me into the lake on. So
And I've seen that, so.
yeah.
that it's not about seeing it. It's about does this belong here?
Yeah, probably not. I would put it in the top 100.
That's what I'm talking.
I don't like 100's a lot if you sit down and write it out. It's a lot more than you think. So
But it's also a lot less than you think.
I guess, man, maybe I just don't watch that many movies. So
I could definitely put 100.
100?
Yeah.
Really?
No, there's just like trilogies and different things.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can
There's
just
like 30 Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, see,
Well, I wouldn't put all of them
Well, no, but I'm just talking about in
on
terms
the
of
number of movies.
I can see those taking up a third of his list.
I'd say at least 15.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking. So it's not as many movies as you think.
it seems like it, man.
Yeah.
I know you watch like those marathons where they do like AFIC top 100. They take like fucking 9 hours to get through.
Oh,
So-
it takes 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
I
it would actually be really challenging for me to come up with 100 movies that I had to like.
It's
I mean,
the
there's
movies you got to see
easily
before you die. Yeah.
well, there's easily 100 movies that I could write on the list, but to actually designate those as things that you should watch before you die, rather than me just rank ordering them, I'd probably just rank order them and okay, here's your top 100. So.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Does that make sense?
That you will really have to watch this before you die.
No, but
They're cool.
Yeah, no.
You gotta understand that's just a selling line. That's a log line right there, where yes, you're putting some emphasis on this, where you're trying to make it come across as more bombastic than it is. It's just a list. It's a list of 100 really
Your favorite
good.
100
My
movies.
favorite 100 movies.
No,
is
well,
basically what you're doing.
Not necessarily. The difference is you're saying that these have an impact beyond I just like it.
See, and I would have trouble coming up with 100 movies like
With
that.
impact?
Yeah. See,
Like-
I would do these are my
These are
100
my
favorite
100.
movies. Yeah.
I'm so happy I watched these before I died.
Like, say,
There you go.
okay,
yeah.
let me. All right.
You might not, but
Well, this would be the approach I
These
take on it
100
because
movies will make you a better person.
This
And
is what
mine
I'm
are
talking-
like these 100 movies make you know Pat better.
exactly. This is where it's just a slight twist on this because you take a little bit of like cultural impact in this because like let me say it this way. I don't give a fuck about Grease. Okay, there are a lot of people that say that this movie is fantastic. This play is fantastic. It has a big cultural impact. The songs are memorable. It's like,
It's a musical. It's off my list.
so I could make an
like
argument.
one music.
Which one?
The Greatest Showman.
Okay. All
That
right.
was actually
Yeah.
good.
I don't even know what that is.
And it's got Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
I absolutely wouldn't have gone to see a Hugh Jackson musical.
Well, you didn't go see
Like
Les
this.
Mis?
I've seen Les Mis, but I've seen the play.
Oh, okay.
I
haven't seen
didn't.
Les Mis.
I didn't see the movie.
It's kind of surprising the guy's got like pipes on him.
He does.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can really
Yeah.
sing.
And I wouldn't go see a movie version because the play is so fucking awful. I don't mean it's like bad. It's just depressing after depressing after depressing. It is just
The movie poster looks depressing. Everything about it
I mean, look,
looks
it's-
like you're going expecting to have a.
called The Miserables. I mean, so it's
I
not
think it's like going to see like Schindler's List, man.
Schindler's List
And I haven't seen that either.
actually has sort of a they bookended in a very happy
Kind of.
no, the live action parts where they're going to Oscar Schindler's grave and they're showing the survivors. There's a very there's an uplifting side to it where,
It's still got Nazis, like real Nazis, not cartoon Nazis. So
well, yeah, I got you there.
Saving Private Ryan would be on your list.
100%.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
we definitely would have.
Yeah.
There's definitely
you have a few.
20.
Yeah. I'm not saying that we're at
You don't
zero.
have all these off-ball ones.
They're not all lighthouse based.
Yeah.
That one wouldn't make the list.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
With the Viking or
Viking.
It's
Northman.
fine. It's fine. I,
Northman.
again, I,
With
would,
Northman.
I wouldn't put that one on there per se.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know. what's
I
gonna
gotta
go
be
with.
fair. That one's got a goofy ending. So
I dug the ending. I get it.
the blood harp, like fucking
The
the
DNA tree. I was like, yeah, okay. I get it.
No, and then like okay, Vikings actually were into what is it, MDMA or whatever. It's like yeah, okay, yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know, man. So I think there's a lot of people out there who's like, what's cool is mushrooms. You know what else is cool? Vikings. So,
Well,
it'd be cool if these things met. But then there would be two things that are cool that I like.
Would series count, or they have to just be movies?
well, are you saying like Highlander 1 through 5?
Oh my
Well,
god.
no,
there's
I
five
mean
of them?
like television series.
No.
Not TV.
No.
I think those are better than movies a lot of times.
Well, I mean, you have a longer. It's a different
Exposure to
medium.
it,
I mean,
yeah.
that's the thing. Is one of the things about movies, and look, when I do find it kind of important to stay closer to that 2-hour mark than that 3-hour mark, is that you're trying to tell a story in a set amount of time where you have to really make tough choices about what stays and what goes.
That's a big factor of.
And TV gets so fucking bloated, especially when, look, this is the biggest problem I used to have with this, like shows that clearly burn through their good ideas in 2 seasons. But because
Because it was 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
and they're stretching it out here
I
where
agree.
you guys had a story to tell and you expected to tell it in this time,
And then they said,
but the
you can have
network
another
said like,
season.
yeah, it's like, well, here's cash, make more. I'm like,
Sure.
sure, yes.
I would say that there's probably a lot of people who, especially if you're going in to tell a story, they'd rather do a movie. They just can't get in, and so they're like, oh well,
You think so?
yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's just more prestigious.
Or either that, or it's just it's the preferred medium of a lot of creators. So I mean,
You go to film school, yeah.
right, yeah. So
But I bet that people would have like Sopranos higher on the list than a bunch of movies.
Oh, I guarantee it.
yeah,
See, that's why I'm like,
or Breaking Bad.
yeah, like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
so I don't know. It's all entertainment for me. So
But I mean that you
but I guess if you're just going movies.
it's a totally different medium. It's a totally different storytelling avenue. Just because you use the same techniques, right? In terms of filmmaking, if you're talking about something that has 13 episodes to breathe, right?
Well, I'm
There's
talking
so
about
much more that you can do.
it's me plopping my ass on the couch, and that's why it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there just watching. I don't really care what they do.
No, I got you. But yeah, when I'd come down to it, yeah, it would be just movies. And yeah, we'd have some crossover, but so I debate like putting things like Jaws on there. I think I'd have to.
Yeah.
Is that a no?
No, I love that
I
movie.
thought so. That's what I was like.
But I was just thinking that's one that I haven't seen in a long time.
Well, the question would be, because that's where movies before you die. I'm like, has everything in Jaws been aped enough in other movies to the point where I'd recommend something that did what Jaws did, or do I go back to the original?
Jaws actually holds up pretty good.
So would you go with like history, like saying Cinderella because it was the first color motion
Or
picture?
Snow White.
Or that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Snow White.
You just before you die, I'm like,
It's only 50 minutes of your time.
Or Jurassic Park because like it was
That holds
monumental.
up really well. That actually holds up pretty
Jurassic Park as an actual story and piece of
Everything
writing from start to finish is like a movie. It's actually a
It's
movie.
actually a movie.
It's a contained story. It begins.
But Jurassic Park
ends-
1 through 9.
There's nothing after the first one.
one.
Yeah.
dude, because late. Once you get into the Jurassic Not Park series, you get into it's like, well, this is, you'd call it a movie, but it's really a tech demo for Unreal Engine 5
Yeah.
because there's not a movie here.
Nope.
There's nothing here that actually smacks of any creativity or love.
Just dinosaurs. Fighting people.
Like
getting-
Jurassic
people
World,
getting
you saw it. Like, again, I pointed this out at the theater. I'm like, you can't leave yet. I have to see how many writers won this movie. There were like 9. And you could tell that this thing had been passed to person. It's like, you want to take a go at this? I'm like, sure. And it's like,
Just don't touch any of my stuff, man.
and again, it felt like middle schoolish because like it gets around to this guy and he's like,
Oh, we used to do that in middle school.
well, exactly. But this is a movie, so it's like, the fortress should have icicle spikes, and then
Yeah.
it passed off. Somebody else was like,
Later.
okay.
helicopter minigun. Oh yeah, okay, that'd be cool. So it gets passed to the next guy.
Volcano blows up.
He's like, what if
Both the parents are getting divorced.
It's because it got passed to a girl. Yeah.
Some kid who just lost his dad.
Yeah.
I really want to see my dad this weekend.
Thanks, James. All right, and then it gets thrown to the next guy, and yeah, it's like hamster balls. Okay, write it down.
Yeah, hamster balls.
Same thing goes. It's like it gets to the next guy. What if they go to the original park? What if the park is on the same
Park is
island?
on the same island, yeah.
It's like stupid, but write it down. Yeah, and then you get down to it. They say they actually made that into a whole movie. Yeah. Nobody had the balls to say, "Let's start over." Nobody had the balls to go with the awesome concept of the beginning one of the human dinosaur hybrids that are hunting down dinosaurs with like machine guns.
In Tora Bora. Yeah.
The concept sketches are beautiful.
I'm sorry, your guy died last week.
What?
David Lynch.
Oh, that's
You're not going to get that
movie.
You're not going to get that Jurassic Park movie.
Right.
Sorry.
Would I have loved it? Yes. Would it have lost money? All of it. You have bankrupted the studio to make exactly one guy happy.
Mm-hmm.
Would any superhero movies have made it?
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so.
You put Batman on there. Yeah.
Ooh, Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I would say you have to see that one. I can tell you when you can turn it off. You don't have to watch the end. There's like 20 minutes or
Yeah.
Because they were short one actor at the end.
that is a problem. Yes, that's correct.
That's a problem.
We have to set something up, and yeah, that is correct. See, this is the other thing. Is like, do I put any like Star Wars movies on there?
I
Like
was
again,
curious.
is
I can think of 3.
You have to at least put 1 or 2.
well, that's the thing. Is like I don't have to put like 4, 5, and 6 on there. I can put the only one you really have to see is number 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if I'm conserving space.
See, I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be stretching.
Yeah, I think
We can put at least a couple Chuckys on here.
I'd get to 130. You'd have like Indiana Jones.
There's 2 of those. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'd be easy to get to 100. And I don't even know a lot of the classic stuff that are from back when.
Well, there's a lot, and there's a period of movies that still haven't necessarily been recreated per se in terms of what they tried to do. So, like when I was talking about Jaws, there, like, do you classify it as horror?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a horror movie.
here's a
suspense.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it has horrific scenes.
Oh.
It has dudes bit in half, and
2 of them.
yeah, and it has eyeballs, and
It does have an eyeball.
Yep. But at
There's a
the
leg. There's a leg.
and if I were to flip it around and say like, would I even consider it horror in the same way that I look at horror movies right now? I'm like, not really. So if I'm trying to pull something from there, I might have to grab Jaws and then something else from from more modern times. I don't know, grab the Babadook or something. I don't know.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard it's not as scary as people think it is. So it's actually kind of silly.
Not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is kind of silly. It's
Yeah.
there are some people that it scares the shit out of.
Right. Yeah.
Girls.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm
So
not
there are
making
people
fun
who
of
don't
them.
like clowns. Yeah. So
No,
yeah.
it's sort of like it's not. But yeah, it's really competently made. It follows another good movie. I don't know.
That one was good. I did like that one.
That one's pretty good. It's a neat
pretty
idea.
tight. It's a really neat idea.
Which one?
It follows.
Oh, it?
No.
The movie is It Follows.
dumb.
Oh, it.
You're gonna talk about something that did not need 2 movies. It's just stop trying to adapt. It's a shitty book. It's a shitty book. Most of Stephen King's books are shitty.
The Green Mile's good.
That one's the one where he's not trying to be scary.
You know, hey, yeah,
Same with Shawshank.
Shawshank, yeah, that's on my 100 list. That's probably in the top 10.
Green Mile would be way up there for me too.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
I don't like Green Mile's okay. It's just it has no room in a Shawshank universe. It is so much the better movie.
I love Green Mile, but I read the book too, and it is literally like the exact.
Oh, fair
It
enough.
literally is
I
the
don't
book.
think I ever read either of those books.
Shawshank is not. It's sort of similar. Red is not black. He's Irish. He's actually. That's the joke.
In the book?
Yeah, he's actually Irish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So does that make you mad?
They race swapped your character, Jeff.
I got lucky in the sense that I didn't know. All right? So first off, I didn't even know it was a by him.
And it's Morgan Freeman, so
And yeah, exactly. So unless he was being played by, Chief O'Brien, and I missed out on
The only Irish actor you can think of. Yeah.
the best Irish actor I can think of.
Those are not mutually exclusive categories.
I mean, you have dudes over there like Dermot Mulroney's and dudes like that are Irish.
Isn't that where Cillian Murphy? He's Irish. Yeah, he's Irish.
I would have to imagine
Yeah.
that is. It's not a Korean name.
how many movies in the last 5 years would make your list?
0.
Last 10 years.
More than 0.
Last 5 years?
Yeah.
I'm sure a few.
Okay.
I'm sure a few.
Okay.
5 years?
No. To be fair, I've watched like 8 movies in the last 5 years, and they all suck. So
There's some that I'm not sure if they're at like the 5 year like cutoff, because like Hereditary makes my top 5, or would be in the last one, but I don't know if that's a little bit. I feel like that may be like 6 years, 7 years.
Well, I'm going to put that on my search because that sounds like a movie I might want to watch.
I think it's awesome. Other people hate it.
Oh, then I'm probably.
Well, no,
they do
no.
light a guy on fire.
That is like the
I know.
least offensive part of the movie.
It is.
Normally, if you think
I
a lot of
remembered it,
people
though.
don't like it. All right, let me see what.
No, like Midsommar can get fucked. That movie's dumb.
What movie?
Midsommar.
Midsommar? I don't
Yeah.
know that one.
It has fucking
2018.
okay. so
Okay,
it's
yeah,
close.
that's fine.
Midsommar has Florence Pugh in it.
Is it actually called Midsummer? And
No.
you're just
No,
it's
mistaking
called
it? Okay,
Midsommar.
okay. I've never even heard of that.
That's
Did you
the
say Toni Collette?
Toni Collette's in Hereditary.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Oh, you said Pew or.
Florence Pugh
Gotcha.
is in Midsommar, and that's the
It's
one.
supposed to be another horror movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got.
I think somebody from work told me I should watch that one. And I never got around to it.
No, watch Hereditary instead. It's made by the same director.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
way better. Did the person from work was that a girl?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised.
So I have no idea.
All right, this is. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything that you haven't seen or may watch, but it's so. It's really divisive among men and women. So the problem in this is in Midsommar. This is so it's got shades of the Wicker Man, Patrick. That's all I need to tell you.
Oh,
This
that's
is like-
awful.
well,
I don't
because
want to know any more about it. Then.
well, because you know where that's going, right? It's
dumb.
going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
The problem is us.
well,
Zombie movie? Or,
No.
no, it's something where the mystery means that somebody is going to get
Rocked.
right.
oh,
But
gotcha.
the theme on this is basically so there's a dude that wants to dump his girlfriend at the beginning of this movie. Right? And the reason he wants to dump his girlfriend is because she's being mopey as shit. And she's mopey as shit because her sister committed suicide a while back. Right? And she's been mopey about this for a long time. Right? So there's this thing where this is where it gets away. And I suppose to this end, it's actually good in the sense that it makes people dispute this and they have different views. When guys see that, they're like, look, man, the dude's trying to get away from her, like, not necessarily in a bad way. He's going to take this trip to Europe, right? And she just sort of muscles her way into it, right? So most dudes are kind of like, look, she's not your problem to fix anymore, right?
Just dump her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But women are kind of like on the side of like, he's not being supportive, right? And so the way that plays out is at the end of the movie, and again, I don't want to spoil this, but I'm going to.
Is this Midsommar?
Yes.
Just skip it. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can watch it, but I mean, it's... So, yeah. And so the dude ends up getting sacrificed to, you know, the eldritch gods in this, and she's responsible for it.
Is this modern day?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are eldritch gods?
Think...
Wiccan stuff.
Well, think Lovecraft.
Okay.
Cthulhu and the
Okay.
not just basically not good gods. Not
Right.
we're talking about crap gods from
Right.
like
Okay. Yeah.
Aztec gods or something?
well, this is Europe. This is
They
northern
would be
Europe.
way more fun.
So these are crap gods from crap country, right? But
Some Nordic country.
yes.
Yes, I got
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
So you had wood elves and yeah, like there's something with antlers in it. I can tell you that already.
Exactly. Yes. And so that's where like dudes are seeing this as like the message of your movie is horrible. You know, whereas on the whole point of it is on the other side is like the women have this community where they sort of like share emotional suffering, you know, that kind of thing.
So
like,
if he had supported her, he wouldn't have been sacrificed.
this is where the dispute comes in. This is where most guys are like, Hereditary is way cooler. Midsommar is for chicks. And I'm not meaning that it's a chick movie. It's just something where I'm a guy. This is offensive to me, right?
I was just getting a breath of fresh air.
Right,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
right.
I just
So
needed to go to Europe to get a vacation and
exactly, and again, it's that same thing.
school next fall, man.
That's part of it.
get he literally was.
It's part of school, yeah, because part of the culture that they're going to is they're going to be studying this little Nordic culture up there because
Oh, it's that kind of school. Great.
well, because one of his friends is from this little Nordic culture and he's inviting them to go out there.
Right, I'm going to study anthropology.
The twist is he's trying to bring in people that will be a victim to this area because they will adopt some people and sacrifice some people. And like that's where like the Wicker Man part comes in.
Right.
And nobody ever gets out of the Wicker Man without the Wicker Man burning down somebody, right?
Yeah.
And so this dude gets burned up in a bear suit. So, like, all right, got it.
Oh, I've seen the end of that movie.
Yeah.
I have seen the end of the movie.
Again, neat idea, but yeah, just from the side of it, it's just not cool. It's not cool. It's when you can see an actual movie that teeters on Hereditary is, on the other hand, a movie that deals with horror where it could be part two things, where it's either, you know, is sort of like Hereditary evil, or does it play along the side of grief or mental anguish or mental illness? Like, that's kind of cool. And it doesn't have the fucking, like, dude getting burned up for not being nice to his girlfriend who he should have dumped.
In a bear suit.
Embarrassing.
Bear suit does come into play,
It does come into play.
and he is awake when he's burned alive. You can watch it. I mean, again, it's
I'm good.
extremely competent.
Yeah, I don't
but-
want you to hit double digits in movies and make that one weird.
No, I've been on a spate of bad movies lately. I need to break that streak. So
Wait, didn't you watch Megan?
yeah,
It's not top 100.
Not top 100?
definitely not top
Okay.
100.
Goofy as sh-
Specifically because of one dance move. It moves it about down another 100.
and again, that's the part that the internet loves. That's
I
the.
know.
It's so crazy. It's so out of character.
It's so out of place in that movie. Yeah.
But that's what people love. And it's like, this is You guys have to see this. Now, what else is okay? So recent stuff.
Gladiator 2 sucks.
What about the first Gladiator? Would that
That's
make
fine.
I'd put that on there.
I'm 30 years old now, man.
Yeah, it
Well,
was 2000. Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is 25 years.
Pretty nuts, huh?
Yeah, pretty nuts.
Well, Saving Private Ryan's 2 years older than that.
Yep, 98.
Yeah.
I saw that in the
Park is
theater.
93. Yeah, I saw it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just designed my daughter's birthday party card.
Mm-hmm.
My computer that I use to design stuff is from 2002.
Nice.
So
You're still using that thing?
it's
Still
the
chugging
only
along,
one that
huh?
has Photoshop and stuff on it. And I don't want to buy new Photoshop.
How much is Photoshop? Is
Probably
it
like
still like
$100.
ridiculously? Okay, so it's not like some
I could probably-
$1,600 investment.
Well, it'll be $100 per year,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
or something like $30 per
Fucking
month.
Adobe.
So, yeah, it sometimes it doesn't turn on. Like, it turns on, but it just goes to a blank screen. And so I have to keep turning it on and off. And today, like, it took like an hour of turning it on and off. And I was like, uh-oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to design anymore.
You better do all your save games of Empire Deluxe. Man.
Oh, this
You
thing
get 'em
is
up there
not
while you can.
connected to the-
On a Mac. Oh, it's a Mac. Oh, okay. I thought you were rolling the old 486 or something. That's,
No, because at least the license would transfer over, I would think.
that's true.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it,
Isn't there... I thought there was actually a really competent Photoshop alternative out there that's free.
there might be. But
There's a few. I've looked at a couple of them, so they're okay though.
I should just man up and buy it so that I can actually do stuff.
Well, the question is like with Photoshop. So I'm currently using Netflix. I'm currently like squeezing it for the things. You go in there for a month, you get everything that you can carry, and you leave.
That's what I'm doing with Max right now. I have to discontinue it tomorrow.
Can you Photoshop where it's like I need to do all these projects in 1 month and then I leave?
No, my projects are really random.
There is a good free one though. I just
Yeah.
can't remember the name of it.
Like it's supposed
I've
to be
used it.
legitimate. Yeah.
But I've seen commercials for what like Photoshop can do now, and like it uses blended AI, so like you can just like
It does.
filter out, like you just circle what you want, type in the background you want, and it like integrates it into your current picture. Like
Yeah, it's not a joke. I have been seeing what people do with AI just in terms of it's the closest thing I can describe it is it's so good. It's like the holodeck on Star Trek where it's like computer create 19th century cart and horse
For pictures.
facing
Yeah, it's pretty
it's like gone are the days of 9-fingered hands.
I still get 6 fingers. All right,
You still get those. Yeah, but
A
you
little
can,
bit,
but you
I mean,
you can yeah,
circle it,
fix this, yeah.
correct it,
Yep.
and do all it. So it takes a lot more inputs and things like that, adjusting and all that kind of
What
stuff.
program do you use?
I'm still using Stable Diffusion.
Okay.
But there's better ones than that now. I'm just too lazy to go look.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is it's the actual step up in terms of what they're doing, and also in terms of what people are doing with like animation and shit. This is
Animation's kind of hard to do on it still. So I've been looking at
I'm not trying to do that,
Yeah.
but well, how about your foray into
It's going pretty good.
yeah?
Yeah.
What's the
I switched to Python. So yeah. So it's C is fine, but Python's just got a lot more functionality in it, and I've been doing pretty good. So
what have you been fucking with? Like what's your
it's still got me just drawing shapes and stuff.
okay, yeah.
It's okay. So yeah, using AI to make a computer game is a long ways away. I'm just going to tell you that now.
Right.
So it is not. I mean, if it's all based on predictive language, you're not going to get what you want out of it. So yeah, it's
okay.
going to take a little while.
So there may be like some rudimentary things they could make with it, but
There's a lot of rudimentary stuff you can do
yeah.
with it. So
And you can use it like for fillers in between.
absolutely.
connecting the dots. Like if you have the start point and the end point, you can use it to cobble the middle, and it'll know a lot better than
You were learning Python too, right? Or
Oh no, I'm not learning.
oh, okay.
I'm learning regex right now. That's just because
Okay.
we use it to make our rules and stuff. For,
Regex.
yeah.
What do you use that for?
To make the rules that we use for identifying things and in what we're getting from the clients and all that stuff. So it's looking for the patterns that you set up, and
Okay.
if it goes through, then it triggers the rule, and then we look into it and all that stuff. So since I'm having to actually check the rules, I figure I should actually know what it's saying instead of just throwing it into AI and saying, "Hey,
What does this do?
So
It works.
it really
AI is really good
does.
for debugging, though.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's straight up like I threw one in, and it's like, this thing's pretty general. You might want to put in some qualifiers here, there, and this. If otherwise, you're going to get a lot of alerts. Oh, this context here is a little confusing. You could swap it with it. Like it literally is just like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
You missed a semicolon here, buddy. It's like, oh, thank you.
Yep. It is. It's amazing.
I'm telling. So this is again. This goes back to the original question of this is how is this going to make people money? And I guess I can
Good
see
fucking question still.
there are some things like so. As soon as you said filling in the gaps, you're absolutely right on some things because that is something that can replace an animator, right? Because if you say because this goes right back to the old days of you had keyframes
You know?
and you had in-betweeners, right?
Yep. It's going to
And-
kill all the in-betweeners.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not going to make you money. It's going to save you money.
Right.
That's what it's going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what I can tell you is some of the things they're doing with it. Look, AI is making chatbots more unhelpful than ever.
They suck.
They're awful.
They're terrible.
They're not human. They need to stop pretending. They need to stop giving them human names. That's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Right? They're just okay.
You always name them like weird, like, hi, I'm Koi. It's like, oh, you're a fish? yeah.
Or you go straight for it. It's like I'm Sam. I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Your great granddaddy was clipping me. So I don't know, man. I've actually been using the ChatGPT quite a bit lately, just in my own writing. It like I spent 1/10 of the time on it than I used to. And you just grab the whole thing at the end and don't hey, proofread this for me. It's like, yeah. It's like, cool, thanks. Print.
Here's the thing.
Crazy.
It can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. But I mean, when it comes down to it,
Great at research. It is phenomenal at doing like actual like scholarly research. It was like, give me a list of articles that deal with these 5 keywords. It's just like
You
they all
don't have to
internet.
do all the Google
yeah.
searches. You don't have to try and look, see if this link is relevant, check this one. You just ask it the question, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Works it all out, and then you turn around and you say, "Can you summarize this article for me?" It's like, blah. It's like, thanks. So
Okay.
yeah, it is phenomenal. So at that, and I mean that, like even early in my PhD work, it was days worth of work. Like,
imagine it
just
just-
combing through shit, saying like, did I get everything? And this thing just like, this is actually everything. It's like, are you sure? It's like, yes.
you can just tell it to run it again.
Yeah.
And see if it was
See
any
if it comes out
different.
thing. Yeah.
dude, there's a button for that. You just like hit the little circly things and it'll ask the same question again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is so. Again, this is it is not a boogeyman. There's a lot of people that yes. Do I want it to replace fucking like YouTube video essayists? Yes, because there's no people that
That'd be great.
there's no people that deserve to be out of jobs more.
Wait, a YouTube essayist?
Commentary it on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
To like commentate on like games and stuff, or like
Oh, those are fine. Although even like at my channel, I can go through now and there's a button in the YouTube there where you click on it, says summarize this for me, and it's like fucking dead on. So yeah,
It's true.
I've done it with some of our shit, and it's just like, oh my god.
oh, that's what one of
Oh yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we? Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what did you send me? The
I
other
can't
day?
remember.
Yeah,
It was something along that line though. Yeah, I was watching football.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool. Like I was like,
yeah.
it's not terrible.
No, it's not awful. But yeah, there was something that was funny about it. I can't remember. I'll have to look at my message now.
But no, that's the thing. There's a lot of people out there that their content is like, look, I don't want you getting paid to offer Marxist criticism on 80s cartoons anymore. And
Nobody makes money off YouTube anymore, man. So,
well, like Five Guys do.
yeah. Like,
And they will still continue to make
lots. I mean, you really have to niche down to find something, like it's just it is ridiculous. I mean, I still watch these guys who are like how to YouTube guys, and just like going back and looking at the numbers that used to be there versus like how much you get paid now. It is a fraction of what it was just like 3 years ago. So it's crazy.
I think the gold rush days are over.
They're long over. Mr. Beast cracked the code. So, you turn YouTube into a game show, which is basically what all your speed runs are, all your, or it's how to, this is how you fix your fucking car, So this is how yes, we know the spot is here, but it's actually in this cavern underneath you. That guy will make money a little bit. But the rest of it's just completely demonetized, man. So,
well, it's tough. I mean, think about all right. I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. If I recall, YouTube has never been profitable.
the actual company.
Yeah,
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I seem to recall somewhere where because I mean, if you remember in the beginning, it was just a place to. It was your alternative to America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
And they were just hosting
Fancy
stuff.
Star Wars guides.
Yeah, they were just hosting stuff with no ads. So, I mean, you've been losing money from the very start, right?
Yeah, until Google bought it. So
But that doesn't mean they're making money off
I
it.
don't know. So that's a good question.
My whole thing is, I believe that the Google venture into this has been nothing but defraying costs and not making
Maybe.
money.
Yeah, that might be true. I don't know. It's hands down the largest entertainment platform in the fucking world, though.
So much to the point where they actually call it a social media platform.
They do, yeah.
Which is weird.
I guess, man, but there's like a lot of lines. Like even X is kind of blurring those lines now because you could podcast on there, you could do videos on there. So is it social media or is it media hosting?
Well, I don't think it's social media because most people aren't putting their stuff out.
Well,
like Facebook or
see, Facebook is like I think Facebook is like this base case if that's what we think that social media is, just because it was like the first big one. So that
MySpace.
yeah, but everybody was on Facebook, man. MySpace was kind of like but I mean, Facebook's where all your like relatives jumped on and shit like that.
Yeah, but
Right.
those all have your picture, your
Exactly.
description, your.
Well, some of us raw dog it on X. Some of us can't. So, we got put in jail.
I've given thought to putting a real face at this.
You kind of so like there's a couple social media platforms where you almost have to do that, otherwise people don't take you seriously. And I'm finding that X is becoming one of those.
It is becoming
So,
one of those, yes.
it is becoming one of those where
yes.
you can't just run around with your 420s and 6.9s.
Well, what I'm
Be
thinking
taken seriously.
what I am thinking of doing is, well, okay. So the surefire way it used to be to determine if somebody's profile was fake was you'd take their profile picture or reverse Google image search it.
Right, yeah.
And so I've given some consideration to creating an alter ego of a AI created good looking man. So that it won't.
Dude, it's going to
reverse
give you the
Google
Chad
search.
jaw and everybody's going to know.
I don't want the one that actually can crush walnuts and shit like this. I want this to look like an actual human being, but basically this would be to create a personality that doesn't have an online space, and wouldn't reverse image search. Although it would be kind of fun to take that same person and then also make like a LinkedIn page so people could look at it and say like, oh, he's real.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I don't know. LinkedIn's kind of weird. So
Well, just basically another place where I could throw phony shit in there and
give you verification.
Make this,
a little bit.
Yeah, see, like I can't run on LinkedIn, man, because all my contact information.
No,
is
you use
public.
it for good.
You can go to my school's website and find my shit.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, this is why I get like slaughtered with junk mail. So you know.
Well, no, it's. I mean, I'm clearly like using this for evil. So I mean, there's
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't want to say for evil. On rare occasions, I have actually had a meaningful discussion, but we're talking about once every
It's rare on X.
19 moons. Because I mean, the whole point on this is to either get a quick agreement out of somebody, or
Don't
throw a
go-
quick insult
Yeah.
at somebody.
Yeah, you're gonna throw a rock while they're driving by. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I've thrown a few rocks at people, and I just realized that it's like, actually, I'm just getting ignored. This is dumb. So,
Well, this is look. This is just a this is like a trap that people fall into. Like the beauty of X, and this is the important part of it. This is why it's not going anywhere. This is a place where they actually, creative people and people in charge actually have direct contact with normal people.
yeah,
if
no,
they
that's
want
good.
to.
Yeah, if they
okay?
want to.
If they want to, right? It is. I've seen plenty of times where like Elon Musk will reply to normal people.
Yeah,
right?
he will.
I mean, that's the thing is you will see that in there. But generally speaking, the rule of thumb is if you're part of a business, you only respond to positive replies or positive things.
As a business, yeah.
Yeah, because if you engage with people who have negative things, it won't go anywhere.
It's not going to help.
It'll never help you, right?
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap. You know,
And
an
that's
actual
where,
trap.
that's where a lot of like people and community managers and stuff like this, they get in trouble. This is where their shit gets, put out to dry is you have people with opinions and like, look, there are people that are going to say like, your game's character is butt ugly. And
Oh yeah.
you have to just go out there and just walk right by it. Look for the next one that says, I think your
love
game
your
looks
game.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're like, you know what? Thanks
Thank
for
you.
saying
Yeah.
so. And you
So-
retweet that shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's a Steam key. You know.
But every now and then you get somebody with some fucking burr up their ass. You're like,
Yeah.
the fuck do you mean ugly? Who are you to say
little
what
boy?
ugly is?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, look at your fat little
See
face
that
over there in
happen,
your
yeah.
profile here. It's like,
We watched Colossal Order do that to fucking the Skylines community a little bit.
did they?
A little bit, yeah. They're
What-
like, "Well, our game is fine. What are you talking about?" So like, you need to get a better machine. You know. So,
Did somebody say, like, you think it's fine because you're not playing it?
exactly.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. There was tons of stuff like that. So.
Well, I mean,
You
there are
can't do that
places
on X, though,
like,
man.
people go to war over there. Like, because there are, like, the worst thing that you can do is community managers for your game. Like, this is one thing I need to look into is they showed a statistic of how many game studios had big layoffs,
Or- yeah.
right? And what I'm wondering here is there are so many superfluous jobs at game studios.
There are shitloads of them, Jeff.
Jesus
So
Christ.
there are absolute legions of useless people out there.
And that's what I'm wondering
yeah.
if these are the people that got the axe. Because the first thing, like, whenever they go out there, this is going to seem, look, I get the I understand the dog seniority comment from, like, last, time around. Doesn't really paint me as, like, friend to feminists, or
Dog seniority.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
um,
That's sleeping on the bed.
Oh, yeah, I remember
okay,
that.
but like when you go into those pictures and you go to like the pictures of the game studios, right? And you look at the company pictures and you see the one where there's like 75 people and there's a whole shit ton of women in there, right? And then you go to the picture of developers and programmers, okay? The guys are in one picture, but they're not in the big picture. So when it comes down to like, we shed like 25% of our staff. I wonder how much of that is like community managers and those
It's going to depend on the studio. So a lot of it's
women
gonna,
are not in those hardcore parts. Of
not
the
all,
program.
but they do a lot of user testing. So
Testing, yes.
they do a lot of, and those are a lot of jobs that are getting cut. So is what do they call it? UE, user experience, kind of guys
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then like surprisingly, a lot of your art staff. This is what I've started to find about like in games. There's like maybe like 4 different jobs. Okay, actually. So you have the people that I know you hate, all right, which are your narrative and dialogue designers. They're
I
all,
don't hate them. I don't hate the job. I hate the people doing them.
there you go. That's what I mean. So yeah, and so you can go into games and be like a narrative designer, okay? And that has a whole legion of writers and shit, and most of them are direct that didn't make it in Hollywood or whatever. Okay, yeah, all right. So then you have your programs. Your programs are usually the smallest piece, okay, because it doesn't take that many guys. Okay, so then your quality assurance, your play testers, but then like the big one is actually art. So in a lot of these like game studios and stuff like that, especially like now that I understand how Unreal works, and you take a look at a game like Starfield where they had to hand render thousands of assets that are unique to that game.
Yeah.
That is a lot of goddamn work. I mean, it is insane how much work that is once you realize exactly, like, oh, you mean you have to render this way? You have to do it in this many contexts and with these many light sources and all this different shit because the machine doesn't do that for you. So,
Well,
it is a lot. It can, but you have
but it'll run at 17 frames a second.
exactly. And so you have people who do just the meshes on them.
Yeah.
Okay. You have people who do all the lighting and all the shaders on them and stuff like that. And it's like, so that's where all those art guys went. And that's where they went. So there are a ton of them out there. Because, like, I can go, and I started looking at asset stores and stuff like that. There's people who do Blender work, and they, like, here, I made a cop car. You can go use it in your game. And they charge, like, $500 for it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And it's licensed and all this stuff. And, it's got, like, 9 different skins and stuff. And so you're like, well, actually, you know what? I want to make this California Highway Patrol. He's like, yeah, I can do that for you. That'll be another $500. So this is where all the art people went, man. So because most people are just like, well, I can draw CSPD on the side of it, with paint, so you can't make it look cool. So there's a lot of art in games, and that's where a lot of artists have gone. So, but they're the ones who are getting slaughtered by AI too.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But AI can actually render things in like Blender and stuff. It doesn't do a great job on some of them, but if you do enough iterations of it, you get what you want out of it. So,
well, it also depends if you're willing to take that and then touch it up.
That's a whole nother skill set.
Yeah. Because I mean, this is. Yes, I understand that does make people upset, and I understand that it is making certain people redundant. There's a video right now of a guy who they kept making a joke out of it because it's a guy talking about how he lost his writing job to AI, and underneath it is the press this for an AI summary of this video. Because people aren't watching the video, they're just looking at the picture of that sad face on there, and for an AI generated thing. And the thing is, what's funny is if you're talking about just making content, like just bullshit content, that would be the content I make. I would make content of a guy that lost his job to AI. That would be the video I make with AI.
Yeah.
Because it pulls at people's little heartstrings and it makes them worried about this shit. But ultimately,
there's tons of them out there like that.
The thing is, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. It's the same. Like, we don't sit there and bemoan how much farming used to suck in terms of how many people it would take to get half the crop that we get. And we're talking about exponential numbers.
Yeah. Or when, people actually had to weave your shirt. Yeah. So the kids lose fingies in the machine.
They most certainly do. Yeah. Yes. When they're not actually saying like, well, your job is actually to clean behind them. You have this much room.
Yeah. What it means in some respects is a lot of people who do have bullshit jobs are going to lose said bullshit jobs.
Right.
Because quite honestly, you're not worth what you think you are. And a lot of that is going to be in creative endeavors. And if you think about it, like agriculture, gave away to industry gave away to service, and then so they left a bunch of creative type jobs out there. But quite honestly, the people just don't read that many novels, man. So I mean,
Well, they do. They actually do.
I
But
get that, but not enough to have an entire generation go to fart school. So which is kind of what we did over the last 30 years. We said, oh, you should do your passion. What are you good at? I like to write. Way to go learn how to be a writer, Johnny. So and then everybody's like, well, actually, AI can generate a way better comic book than you can real fast. So it's like, but I spent 20 years learning all this stuff. Yeah, well,
Learn something new.
learn something new, or learn how to use that thing to do it better. So.
well, I mean that's again to hit the base angle. There's a lot of people saying like, yes, I can use this to make a comic book, and I don't have to smatter it. I can get my entertainment without a lecture on why capitalism bad.
Right, because that's really what you want to talk about. You don't actually want to do art, you want to do commentary. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and man, that shit's free. Why would I pay you for it?
There you go. All right.
Yeah, so we're going to hit the monetization button, right, Jeff?
That works for me. That's a show right there. So.
All right. I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
I'm hitting the button.
All right.
We'll see what Trump does tomorrow.